Hey there, Russell traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the Russell recap for July 25th, 2013. As always, please seek financial advice when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. To support your knowledge in the market, see what's going through my head on any given trading day. Please make sure you always have a solid trading plan and never move your stop when placing a trade. Jumping right into our four major indices, you can see today we had a lot of sideways action in the morning. First 3 hours until we had a nice breakout on the YM and the TF being the better movers of the day. ES just a lot of sideways chop action above the range. NASDAQ had a wide open range in the beginning of the day, and for the most part just a lot of ups and downs. TF was the one to look at, and the YM on the breakout of the ranges. In support of that move, breakout of the open range, the EMA crossover really held up nice. We'll come back to this as to when the best entry was, but you could have remained once the breakout of the range would have kept you in. Disciplined, 534 EMA never crossed over until the last bar of the day. Taking a look at the market internals, we're in the green for the majority of the day. Started out slightly in the red on the market breath, but AD line increasing to above 1,000. Driving that price above the 25-minute open range, which was the move of the day. Taking a look at our daily pivot support resistance lines, majority of the action in the morning supported by that before the open range breakout, a lot of that price action in between the daily gap and pivot. For me, that's a hands-off zone, not looking for any trades in there. Once we broke out to the upside of the daily pivot in support of the 1 hour open range, 25-minute open range, and if we come back to the best ticket of the day, right here on the breakout at 9:15 Pacific Coast time, which lined up right with our 25-minute open range breakout, and the daily pivot breakout was a momentum drive, which is what I am looking for on any given day. Here we see our 30-minute support resistance lines. You can see we had it topping off at the top of R3 for the day, using my resistance lines and support lines sometimes to use it as a trade management tool, possibly taking off a contract at each level, or the combination of that with Fibonacci targets. I will tend to always go with my Fibonacci targets first, but if I'm unable to draw a fib line, I will go ahead and use these 30-minute support resistance, or in combination with the daily support R1 and S1s. Always looking for momentum drive in support of all my other indicators are the Camarilla pivots. As we can see here, we started out at Cam L3, did not break down below. Momentum drives with trend for nice 150 tick days like yesterday. You will see movement outside the H4, outside the L4. Another trade management style. I'll show you how 1048.5 could have been used as a trade management tool today, but as you can see, we never broke above the Cam H4. Looking at my 25-minute open range, I also have a 1 hour open range plotted right here with the daily pivot and gap and weekly pivot, so a lot of sideways chop action in here. This just keeps me out, folks. I don't trade this chop action here. Maybe some of you like that. I'm looking for the momentum move right here, 9:15 breakout, like I said before, of the daily pivot, 1 hour open range. I'm above the 25-minute open range. I have a nice high tick bar right here up to the 1300 level, and I already have a breakout to the upside of the 534 EMA, already crossing over inside the 25-minute open range. I already have a crossover here inside. So I'm already set up, waiting for the blue solid bar with the tail up, and this drives up for a 60-tick drive. Trade management style, possibly you could have taken a contract off here at 1048.5, which would have been the Camarilla line right here at 1048.6, 1048.7, which was the Cam H3. My preference of choice is, in this case, would have been to stay in because, let's take a look at a nicer shot here. You could see the solid bars. You already have the crossover. Nice consolidation, solid bars up. 1048.5 being around this line here. You could have taken a contract off or half your contracts off or just remained in the trade. you deciding when you want to come back off. That's the preference for everybody. I can't tell you when's the best time to take your contracts off. All I can tell you is where the best opportunity or probability you have for a momentum drive, and offer some ideas of moving up or removing contracts off during the trade. So again, really nice consolidation here on both EMAs. This is what I wait for. Yes, I can wait 30 minutes. I can wait 3 hours. I can wait a whole entire trading day until the last 5 minutes sometimes, as long as I have that set up. 534 EMA crossover. I have a 4 EMA crossover. I'm outside of the range, and I have market indicators pulling me up and through, and I've crossed through any of these major obstacles. I'm all go. And so 60 tick drive for the day. That was the one move. Again, you could have stayed in longer, but again, a lot of sideways choppy action. I prefer to trade these range charts. As you can see, range charts not as choppy as the 5-minute bars or whatever choice you guys decide to trade with. Tick bars, minute bars, I trade off the 534 EMA and the 4 EMA. Range charts is my choice and keeps me disciplined. So that concludes the Russell recap for today. 60 tick drive above the 25-minute open range. No live trades today. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you one tomorrow or sometime soon. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra is to know one thing and know it well. Yes, I love looking at the ES, the YM, and the NQ for patterns that are similar, but my finger is only on one trigger, and that is the Russell, and I know it well. So whether you trade any of those other markets, my plan is the same. It keeps you disciplined, keeps you out of that chop. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs, and as always, I leave the crystal ball to the others. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. All I can tell you is that once that market opens, I wait for that range, I wait for that momentum drive, and I hit the trigger. I only trade what's in front of me and on my charts. Hey, traders, I hope you're having a good week. It's been a heck of a summer, but things are looking up a little bit this week. Hope we can continue that for the next several weeks as we go into the fall session almost. Hope you're all having a good day, and see you tomorrow.